I'm going to just show you how easy it is to make sauerkraut. I'm Sandor Katz. I call myself a fermentation revivalist. Everybody eats and drinks products of fermentation every day. Fermentation, which is the transformative action of microorganisms, is so integral to, how we make effective use of whatever food resources are available to us. My gateway into fermentation was fermenting vegetables. My friends started calling me Sandor Kraut. I got invited to teach. And, really out of those first experiences teaching about fermentation, I ended up writing several books. All the food we eat, all of the plants and all of the animal products that make up our food are populated by elaborate communities of microorganisms. Bread is fermented, cheese is fermented, cured meats are fermented. Condiments are either directly fermented or they rely upon vinegar, which is a product of fermentation. I'm going to just show you how easy it is to make sauerkraut. Here's a bowl with half of a head of cabbage. I grated some carrots. I put in half of an onion and salt it to taste. I'm just going to add a little sprinkle of caraway seeds to it, and then I'm just going to mix everything up a little bit. If you just do this for a couple of minutes, you'll find that when you pick up a little handful and you squeeze it, it'll be like a wet sponge and juice will come out. What we call sauerkraut juice is simply the juice of the vegetables themselves. These vegetables will ferment under their own juices. And then I can just evaluate it by tasting it. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. This is not rocket science. We're going to use a quart-sized jar today. You never want to fill the jar all the way. You always want to leave a little bit of room because once this comes to life, it's going to produce carbon dioxide and everything's going to want to push up. You can see that now when I'm pressing down, the juice is rising to the top there. So that's perfect. And then we're also going to want to weight it down a little bit. And I saved one of the outer leaves of the cabbage that has this heavy spine on it. And I'm going to use that spine almost like a spring to hold the vegetables down under the brine. And put the lid on the jar loosely, and I'm gonna leave that on the counter. I'm gonna write today's date. Just leave it at ambient temperatures, try to be patient, give it 3 or 4 days, and then just start tasting it. The acids accumulate over time. So if you like a strong, assertive, acidic flavor, that will take a longer time to develop. If you prefer a milder flavor, less acidity, then you need to ferment it for less time. So thanks for having me on the show, and don't be intimidated by fermentation.